So this is going to be a bit of a different video. I'm sure most of you are having fun with the Wave 5 update with all the new tracks and balance changes it brought. But alongside that, people have discovered an issue with the game that makes world records using high-speed combos unbeatable, and I don't think this issue is given nearly as much attention. So I'm hoping that by making this video, it'll garner the attention needed for Nintendo to push an update to fix the issue as soon as possible. So what exactly is the issue at hand? Well, it all started when I tried to play Moo Medals on Turn to C during the Wave 5 updates. The combo that I use for this track consists of Dry Buzzer with Master Cycle, Slick Tires, and the Hydean Kites, which has the highest speed set of all the inside drifting bike combos in the game. Now, I was already grinding this track prior to the updates, and with the 0.25 mini turbo buff that the Slick Tires received in the updates, I wanted to see how much of a difference the increased mini turbo stat made for this track. And well, as expected, with how little the mini turbos matter for such a high speed combo, I didn't find any noticeable difference in my splits compared to my previous personal best. But what I did notice is that when entering lap 2, my ghost would slowly catch up to me during the straightaway, even though I should be able to regain all my speed back after releasing the mini turbo. This seemed a bit odd to me, but I didn't pay much attention to it at the time. I haven't raised my personal best since I set it before the update, so I thought maybe I just kept releasing my mini turbos at the wrong time or something, I don't know. After an hour of grinding, I wasn't able to beat my personal best, so I set the track aside for now and moved on to other tracks. Things were pretty normal up until 3 days later when I woke up to some big news. While I was asleep, Alphabet Soup, who is the current world record holder on Toast Turnpike on Tour to C, decided to play the track again, and he also noticed that he would lose time on the straightaways for seemingly no reason. After this discovery, people would try other tracks that use high-speed combos, and sure enough, they would lose time on the straightaways as well. So, what exactly is going on here? How is it that even though the mini turbo stat got buffed for these high-speed combos, they ended up losing time against records prior to the update? While I don't know for certain what the underlying issue is, the main theory I have is that it has something to do with the way the game handles the acceleration stat. High-speed combos naturally have a very low acceleration, and usually you should be able to regain your speed after coming out of a boost or a mini turbo. But somewhere along the way, Nintendo messed with the way acceleration works with the updates, and now high-speed combos have a harder time getting back to full speed. Now, there's some other things I want to point out about this issue. Firstly, it seems like this issue affects nearly every combo in the game, not just the tires that got buffed in the updates. But it seems to only get more noticeable the more speed your combo has. A good example of this is this clip that I got on LA laps. Here, I am using a combo that has 1 full bar more speed than the personal best I'm racing against. Again, I should be able to regain all of my speed after releasing my mini turbo, but in this clip, it's hard to even notice I'm gaining any speed from a personal best at all. Secondly, we are 100% sure that this issue occurs after releasing any mini turbo, and it happens on some boost panels and even coins as well. I've got 2 clips to show from people playing on Moonview Highway. The first one is of the player Army racing against the world record on lap 3. Here, Army has a small lead over the world record, but once the boost from the boost panel runs out, he loses speed over the world record even though he's driving in a straight line, and loses the world record because of it. Here in the second clip, we have the player Shiro collecting a coin, and even the act of just collecting it causes him to lose speed over this ghost. Now, some of you Keenai might be asking how these players are losing their speed even though they're not recent ghosts that were set before the updates. Well, as it turns out, there is a way to regain your speed back, but it's not from what you would expect. If you just slightly nudge your stick, either left or right, you'll regain almost all your speed back. Yes, the fastest way to go forwards in this game is to not drive in a straight line. Needless to say, this is pretty counterintuitive, and this also still doesn't fix the issue, as having to nudge your stick after mini turbo still isn't as fast as driving in a straight line. So what does this mean for the game? It means that any world record using a high speed combo will most likely remain unbeatable until the issue is fixed. Most notably are all the inward bike tracks where the speed stack is already maxed out, like Toad's Turnpike, Paris Promenade, and London Loop. And in my opinion, this issue is worse than when time trials got affected during the Wave 4 update, because at least with all the balance changes they've done in that update, They didn't straight up nerf any of the vehicle parts. Any world record during the update was still beatable, and ultimately, it brought in some needed diversity in the meta, both for time trials and for playing online. But with the Wave 5 updates, the leaderboards for some of these tracks are gonna stay stagnant, all because players had an advantage prior to the updates. And it doesn't even feel like the acceleration change is intentional, because why would Nintendo go out of their way to buff the vehicle parts with the highest speed stats, only to make the acceleration much worse, completely defeating the point of the buffs? People like me who are dedicated to top level time trials would really prefer to not have to wait until this Wave 6 update to get such a game breaking bug fix. And this is where you guys will have to step in. One way to raise attention to this issue is to share the video around wherever you can, of course. But another way will be to contact Nintendo support directly. Now, I do want to make it clear that you should show patience when contacting them. A lot of the messages they normally receive are from like 9-year-old kids asking why they can't play as brutal in that freaking video game. So what they usually do is follow a certain set of protocols when troubleshooting. If they ask you to do things like turning your switch on and off or resetting your internet settings, just play along with them, and then eventually your ticket will go through. And yeah, with a bit of hope, Nintendo will see all the reports they're receiving and will update the game to fix the issue as soon as possible. Hopefully. And I think that'll be it for now. This was not the type of scripted video I was expecting to release first, but this issue affects me in a big way as an Inside Drift main, so hopefully by me making this video, I'll actually make an impact and get it fixed as soon as possible. Next video will be a bit of a long one. If you know the history I've had with time trials, you can probably guess what's coming next. I'll see you guys until then, signing out.